Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Smart Investor Market Show, where smart investors get their up to date price analysis and market information. It is Friday, and the big news or the big market moving news today was the fact that the non farm payroll report came out, and it was slightly under expectations, and we're going to take a look at how the markets reacted to the non-farm payrolls report. We'll also take a look at the gold market. I've been harping over the last 2 weeks that gold is in a breakout situation, and we'll be monitoring the progress of gold. We're still early days in the breakout of gold, and I believe if you play gold correctly, you can see there's a potential for some good upside movements. Okay, so the S&P 500 as of now, well, first of all, the payrolls was 156,000 and the expectation was 183,000. So it was slightly under. Initially, we had the euro currencies surging to new highs, and the market actually came back down. As of this recording, we're recording this a bit earlier than normal. Let me just bring up the S&P 500. It's currently up. Chart just went down a little. Okay, the futures are up 6.75. The Dow is up 46 and the Nasdaq is up 3. And looking at S&P 500 here, we see I said that the market was finding support in this 24-25 region, and I said if the market finds support in that region, we should see a rally. Now the market found support in 24-25 and broke this initial resistance area that I spoke about, this 24.55 region. We closed above it. Now the next hurdle was the 24.72 region, and we're closing above it. So the next hurdle in the market is the all-time high in S&P 500. So we're going to wait and see if the market can muster the energy to trade above that all-time high. So the markets are looking fairly positive. Looking on the week, if we do close up, that's a fairly strong week. But just remember that there's resistance up here and the 24.88 level, and the market will have to trade above that for the bulls to regain more confidence. Taking a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, similar setup, where the first hurdle in the market was these highs around the 21,893. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. It's 21,893 here. Market closed above that level. You see, we saw some resistance. Market came down, then again closed above. Next area of resistance is this 2250, the 2270, and then the all-time high is the next area of resistance for the Dow. Taking a look at the currency markets, the US dollar index is holding the support. We have support here at the 92 level. I've been speaking about the importance of that level because the market came down to this level a number of times already. And what is happening is the market is holding on to that support level for now. So the US dollar, initially when the report came out, we saw a spike down in the value of the US dollar, which is here. And then the market came back and reversed. So that's very positive for the US dollar. And if we can trade above 94, that will confirm that the bottom, a short-term bottom, probably has been put on in the dollar. Okay, taking a look at the euro currency, almost opposite of what happened with the dollar. Looking when the report came out, the euro spiked to the upside and promptly reversed. Now, a lot of folks thought that because we had a weaker number than than was anticipated, the euro will just fly to the upside. And that's why you have to when you are trading these reports, you have to really pay attention to what is happening, because sometimes what you think will happen, the market does the exact opposite, and it kind of defies sense. But the market does what it wants to do. So just because you are going to have a bad report, that does not guarantee that the dollar would collapse. I've seen bad reports, and the dollar rallies, like what's happening today. Looking at the gold market, gold continues to creep to the upside. We had a spike up in gold, and a slight reversal, and the market is creeping back up. Notice the difference between the dollar and gold, and the relative strength in gold. So even though the dollar is up, we see that the gold is gaining. And the reason gold is gaining is because we have broken out of this consolidation pattern. And I believe we could see some great upside potential in the value of gold. Gold characteristically loves to enter these periods of consolidation. It was in a downtrend. Downtrend is a series of lower highs, lower lows. The market broke that downtrend, took out this high, made a new high. This was a higher high, and then it's attempting to make even a higher high above the 1400 region. So I believe the long-term prospects over the next couple of months for gold is fairly positive, and we'll be monitoring this breakout situation, because there are a number of gold stocks you can take advantage of this, as long as the gold ETF, GLD, a number of stocks that we can use to take advantage of this move in gold. I'll be sending out some emails, so look out for the email about how to really take advantage of this very exciting opportunity that we're seeing here. And just to reiterate gold, this is a monthly chart of gold, and I believe gold bottomed in 2015, and that was just above the $1,000 region, and the high in gold is 1980. So relatively the price is still low, and it's time that you can get aboard this move, because I believe if we do close above 1400, and even now we are in a longer term bull market in gold. Yes, the price can go back down, but and correct a bit, but I believe this price action here is very positive for gold, and we are in a breakout situation. It's good to get on the ground floor of things and not wait until the market is at $2,000 before entering. Okay, so that's it for the gold market. Another market that is moving to the upside nicely is copper. We see copper making new highs, and copper was in a similar situation with gold, where the market was in a consolidation. This was a consolidation in copper. If you went back, I was saying that this market can break to the upside. The market was in a tight price action. The market broke out, similar to what's happening here in gold, and then it was really off to the races after that, and we're seeing new highs in copper. We had a new high yesterday, and we're going to be closing on a new weekly high in the value of copper. So I believe a similar situation is going to happen with gold. Okay, so that's essentially it for the market wrap. Next week we're going to take a look at some individual stocks to look at in case this market continues to move to the upside, and in case we do break this resistance level with the S&P 500. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember, you can subscribe to the channel. YouTube just changed their design, so the subscribe button is below the video. I think a big red subscribe button, and you can get the latest notifications. on when I post videos to the channel. I'll also be posting some educational videos of how to enter markets, how to determine trends, how to buy stocks, things to look for before buying stocks, things to look for before selling stocks. So we'll be having a lot of information and content on the channel in the next couple of weeks. We're a young channel and we're growing. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.